Dragon fight, Fnatic have pulled ahead again in gold, which just tells me that the mechanics are better, that they are much better at being, 100% about last hitting. Maybe it was a couple of waves that were pushed in their favor, but it does seem like they know much more what they're doing when it comes to the laning phase. Galio picking up lots of CS. He's doing all right. Let's see if Annie can actually CS under the tower. Looks like she's not doing too bad a job, but this may sound petty of me, but this is actually something that decides games.
This is really bad down bottom. They've not realized that Cyanide's there. Fiddle is there as well, though, and we will see the ulti from Janna. That's knocked his Maro back. Ulti's gone off from Karthus as well, but Lamia died in the midst of all of that, and of course we saw Janna go down as well. That was not a good exchange whatsoever for Fnatic.
What happened? How did that start?
Well, we actually had in this bush here in the bottom lane, we had a Mumu, and they thought it was actually safe. They thought they had the 3-on-2. They didn't quite count on the fact that Fiddlesticks was hanging in there as well.
And Fiddle ulti, of course, super devastating in these grouped up fights.
Yeah.
Karthus is still pushing against Annie, and it looks like she's not having any more luck against XPK here. She's actually using her Qs to harass. That's a sign of a desperate Annie. And Fiddle is not staying bot to push the tower. I think Amumu can probably clear out the minion waves just barely fast enough to stop that push. Shushe now coming up top, but Frag Executors are being very good about their warding.
That's an amazing move up at top. The flash in there, you've got to be so careful of that from Annie. And PK is just laying waste the whole time thinking he's safe. And then Nicker's like, you know what, you're not actually safe. And flashes in there. Tibber's obviously doing his thing. And that was an amazing, amazing move. It's 7-2 now in favor of Frag Executors. And they're really doing great. They've taken the gold lead again. And to be honest, this could possibly be the first upset of the tournament.
It absolutely could be.
Let's not talk about that just yet, but...
But yeah, I wasn't even looking at Karthus because I was completely sure XPK wouldn't be silly and he'd be safe, and is Shushe gonna be safe? Yeah, it looks like that Galio's not gonna press the issue. But yeah, I was totally certain that XPK would be safe, but that Annie, she should not be underestimated, obviously.
She may be small, but she's got a big bear.
That's what makes her so very cute and scary.
And we've seen Galio actually Negatron Cloak and Catalyst, so working up towards that Banshee's Veil there.
It looks like Alistar had to use his ultimate way too early there. He got focused by Lamia, and there's the teleport in by Galio onto the ward, so that they can now take their second dragon actually. But Alistar does not have ultimate, so except for Galio, there's no one who can really tank. I guess Galio can tank well enough. And yes, there's Fnatic just showing enough presence to keep them away from Dragon right now. Ooh, stun not landing. Very good parting there from Annie. Actually not going the expected way. That could have been a stun, and that could have been a kill actually. It looks like the teams are both setting up. Only Frag Executors actually have a ward in a good place there where they can see Fnatic's movements. And Fnatic are now falling back behind Dragon. It doesn't look like either team wants to take it right now, Joe.
Yeah, and there's an aggressive ward actually put out from both teams here, from FX and here from Fnatic as well, so they can kind of see that whole area between them, and both teams deciding to back away. So Dragon stands, and now we'll see who's the next one to try and challenge in for that one. Lanes are all mixed up here once again. We've actually got Lamia in middle up against Nicker, obviously Annie against Tristana. Down at bottom we're seeing PK get back in lane, who's going to get a nice bit of free farm. Galio's up at top. No one from Fnatic is actually around that top area at the minute, so we may see a bit of pressure being put on by Galio.
Would definitely be the right move, because if there's, well, I don't know why he's not doing it, but it would have been the right move, I believe. Well, Dragon is still up, and yeah, he does not have teleport. He teleported in before the last Dragon fight. So yeah, he needs to come down. He could have said, I'll take a tower for Dragon, but you only do that when you think there's no chance at all of stopping Dragon, and I think there still is a chance. And good wall there on Ashe, but he doesn't get a range for Qs. Now they're catching Alistar. Alistar has his ultimate back, but he's going to flash over the wall. There is an arrow, but it hits Amumu. That's not who you want to hit. Oh, Janna using her ultimate too early there. They need to be very, very careful. If Shushe gets in range of that Galio ultimate, that's going to be a lot of damage, but Galio has to flash over the wall. It's no longer in position for an ultimate. Now it looks bad for Nikos, using all his damage output on Melisande. And Melisande is going to get away, and Shushe picks up the kill on Annie.
Yeah, and this is where Fnatic say, okay, we take the Dragon, get this gold back towards level. Melisande's still fairly low,
yeah, he needs to be careful.
We're not seeing anyone from FX actually starting to push around there. So there we go, 1-1 in terms of the Dragons, and the gold is all but level, 24.4 to 24k.
Oh, I see a new build on Shushay. Normally on this brand, he goes straight for the death cap. He has a Negatron cloak right now and a a blasting one. So that could be an Abyssal Scepter, which would be somewhat surprising. But in a double AP, I guess it does make sense.
Yeah.
Let's see how Galio is building. Galio is just building straight, absolute magic resist all the time. Banshee's Veil is finished. Chalice of Harmony is also finished. The other builds so far very standard. X-Peaker on any hero he plays, always building that Rod of Ages first. Not on any, but always building the defensive stuff first. And he's building a Crystal Scepter next, looks like. And he is going, not quite sure what she's doing. She built a Catalyst and then a needlessly large Rod, so I think she just wants to keep the Catalyst around. There is no need for that anymore because the Rod of Ages now also gives you the Catalyst passive as far as I remember. But she really knows what she's doing. Bot lane, Tristana is picking up the golems right now. The wave is currently pushed, so she can't be in her lane anyway. Let's see if that's going to be enough for the Infinity Edge there. That would be a decently timed Infinity Edge. Ashe does not have hers yet. And Tristana does have hers. Okay, so that's going to be very, very problematic next fight. Up in top lane, Shushay and Galio are probably not going to go for each other. They're just going to sit there and farm. And the farm currently 149 for Shushay versus 151 actually for Galio. He is out farming Shushay. That is a feat.
Yeah, nicely done from Kubon. As you mentioned, building up with that magic resist has finished that Banshee's Veil. We're seeing Fiddlesticks actually just going back over to probably cross over into the other side of his jungle. Thought he might have a sneak peek on PK in middle. And there's a lot of pings going on actually. We are seeing now the Oracle actually with Alistair, so he's going to try and clear out, try and take away a bit of that vision from Fnatic. I didn't actually see the Baron timer, and obviously we don't have chat, so the players used to do that job for us.
Yeah. Now we need to pay attention. That's just not fair. I think we should just put the Dragon timer into spectator mode, Joe, just so
that's a brilliant idea.
We don't have to pay attention. Yeah. That's what we're going to do.
Right now, Imber starting to push this lane now. Clairvoyance has just gone off. Didn't quite see where. Into the tri-bush there. So they've got 3 men here.
Yeah.
And this is a really nice move actually. We're seeing Fiddlesticks in the bush, not showing himself, even though they are starting to push this tower down. And, well, now he's kind of in a position that won't count anyway, because obviously Fnatic aren't going to try and push through with those 2 guys. We are seeing PK coming down, not quite pushing where he wanted. Minions actually taking Nika's turret down while he was stood on it. That was a little bit unlucky here.
Yeah, top lane, Shushay is still trying to do some damage to Galio, but Galio just dodging everything, and for the rest he has enough magic resist that he doesn't mind about the occasional E. X-Peaker, super tanky already. He has this Rod of Ages, he has the Giant spell as well, and there's 4 men now from Frag Executors in mid lane. They want to take another tower here, and yeah, I think Fnatic are there. There's the arrow going in. There's Cyanite's ulti, very, very good ulti. Ashe barely jumping out of there with the flash, and there's the jump in from Tristana and the kill from Carpus. That's probably going to be a kill on Alistair as well. He's not going to get away from this one. He's going for the harm here. I don't think that's going to happen, but let's see what he's doing here. He may try to just get himself killed against the tower, but I don't think that's going to happen either. Nope. Oh, yeah, just do some damage to him. Yeah, there you go. And that's a dead Alistair. Well done.
Melisande stole it.
Yeah, that's fine. He gets to take some kills too. That was a little bit optimistic from FX here going into that, especially with Tristana around, who could just jump in, and X-Peak around, who could put out all that damage throughout the Amumu ultimate. So that was probably not a move that FX should have made. I'm going to go ahead and say that.
Yeah, Imber actually, sprayed at the turret, and he clipped XPK at the back and pulled the turret, and he hit him 3 times there before he actually realized. So that wasn't going to be a great start to the fight. Anyway, we're going to see this 2-on-1 up at top. Kubon obviously building heavily with that magic resist, and he's going to turn around, and he's actually going to put his ulti out, which doesn't do too much damage. He's stayed alive here. He's up at half health, and we are going to see 3 men from Frag Executors come running into this one. That's a very nicely defensive slow bar put down from PK. That won't allow anyone from FX to come around, but they've stopped the charge now. Kubon starting to get back in a bit more of a comfort zone.
Yeah, looking good right now for Galio. He is actually the man with the highest farm in the game right now. No, actually, sorry, XPK overtook him since the last look. That was very, very quick. And he's now there. She's gonna... No, she's not. And he baited me a little bit there. She actually just went for a kill on her minion. And it looks like mid lane they're trying their luck again. Taking all that farm and pushing against the tower. There's only a Mumu there right now, but he should be able to kill the minions decently fast. And there is XPK as well. If they're looking for a fight, he's definitely ready for a fight. There is the slow bar on Ashe. Good damage output on Ashe there, but the Pulverize keeping Alistar away from him. And there is the Fiddle ultimate right now, doing a lot of damage to XPK. He just flashes in aggressively, says, I'm going to take Ashe at the very least, and I'm possibly going to take Fiddlesticks as well. Very well done. And there's Shushay. Guess what? Alistar's dead. That was beautiful. It was like, I'm not going to get away from this, so I may as well go in and suicide myself and get 3 kills.
Bottom lane, in the meantime, has been pushed. Lamia and Melisande have gone straight through on that one. We're getting the pings down. Dragon is available. Sushi and Sinai going to go through that one. And Lamia is just going to do his best to chip away at this turret. Galio actually teleporting in onto that one. So that second turret will be safe for now.
Interesting build on Galio.